Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to Blake Simpson Gaming. Today we have Week 8 highlights from the BSGL as we open up with the Brooklyn Cobras at the Atlanta Legends. We see a nice pass from Evan Stone to Bosch here on the opening frame. 2-0 Cobras. Here's Bumgarner, the big man for the Legends, who is running their point guard all game as he dishes inside to Taylor, who gets a nice one-handed slam. Here's the next Legends possession as Walker Kimbrough steps back for three and knocks it down. He gives his team the lead. Following Cobras possession, here's Evan Stone with a response as he greenlights the three. His team is up 2. Walker Kimbrough again goes inside to Taylor. Taylor throws down a ferocious jam. Could have gotten called for the technical for hanging on the rim. As here's Bumgarner finding Reggie George on an alley-oop. What a play there. As here's Stone back on offense. His team down 2 as he's going to tie it up with this floater as these teams go back and forth here in the first quarter. Here's Marks in a 9-9 game. He's going at the hoop, and he's going to throw it down with the right hand. He got some serious hang time there. And here's Dyson. He finds Stone, who just got the back cut and gets an easy 2 points for himself. Now Legends back on offense. Up 3 late in the first quarter. They find Reddish in the corner, who nails the 3 and then gets his bench height as they're up 6. Now up 8. Here's Brooklyn finding, I have no idea how to say that man's name, big number 45 on the inside for a one-handed slam. Back to just a 2-point game as the Legends push back up to 4 on the dunk from Robinson Earl. 6-point game now. Cobras ball is Evan Stone. Bodies a deer. Puts him on a poster. What a play from Stone. As now here's Walker Kimbrough going in the lane, can't get the ball, but there's George doing George things as he puts it in on the putback. As here's Stone going at the hoop, and oh yeah, that was a pass. I thought he got blocked, but no, he drops it off to his big man who puts it in. Now a 7-point deficit for the Cobras. Here's Kane for 3. It's rolling around, and it's good as they push it back down to just 4. Late in the second quarter, here's Bumgarner as he finds George on the inside on the slick feed to get him the nice layup. As here's the Cobras' next possession. Here's Stone. If he's going to turn it over, George gets the steal. Then he goes right at the hoop and lays it up and over Evan Stone easily. And now 8-point game. Next Cobras possession. How about the pass from Stone to the inside? Now next Cobras possession again right before the end of the half. George gets the block. Then Marshall has to throw something up, but that will be the score at halftime. Now here in the second quarter, or second half, here's Stone getting a nice layup on the inside as they're down just 6. 4-point game. Here's Walker Kimbrough putting it up, and George is going to do more Reggie George things and get the put back and 2 more points. Evan Stone now here. He's driving. He's going to go up and slam it with the right hand, trying to get his team pumped up. They're now down just 5. Here's Baja going at the hoop. He's going to lay it in. That's his first 2 points of the game, I think, inside 2 minutes or 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Here's Baja again. How about this slam from Baja? He's got 2 points in like 20 seconds. Later in the game, here's Reddish in the corner again. That's his second 3 of the game as he nails one from the corner. Here's Baja again going at the hoop. He's got 6 points in less than a minute and a half. Kind of taking over this one. How about these moves late in the fourth quarter, or early in the fourth quarter? He puts on the behind the back. Here's Marks now as he gets Baja turn around and gets him back on the other end. More back and forth as Atlanta leads by 8, now just 6, but here they are back on offense. As Marks finds Adair for 3, and he nails it. So a 9-point lead for Atlanta as Evan Stone checks back into the game and goes right at the rim and gets the and 1. Maybe that's the spark his team needs, but he missed the free throw. So here comes Reggie George back the other way. And how about that slam from George? His team is back up 9. The Cobras need to get something going here with a 4 minutes 30 to go. As they find Dyson down the lane as he's got a slam, and it's a 7-point game. Now here's Stone on a fast break. He's got 2 more. It's a 5-point game. Bumgarner back on the offensive end. He's going to find Taylor again, who just danced the rim with a slam. As here's Stone finding Dyson. Dyson for 3, and he got it. So we're down to a 4-point game with 2:40 to go. Here's Stone going at the rim. How about that layup? Just flipped it up with the right hand and gets it to fall. Down to a 2-point game. Stone inside again. Right-handed layup is good. It's a tie game. So after a Legends bucket, here's the Cobras back on the other end. Stone going at the hoop again, and he's going to throw it down. He went right by Walker Kimbrough and throws it down with both hands. So now in a tie game, Bumgarner finds Taylor inside, and he missed. Taylor missed, but then he gets the steal, puts it up again, and missed again. So the Cobras come back the other way. Evan Stone crossover. Goes at the hoop. A pass Walker Kimbrough, and he gets fouled. First free throw for Evan Stone. He's got 23. Make it 24 and 25. His team now leads by 2. They were down 9 earlier in the quarter as they get a steal on the inbound pass. Evan Stone comes the other way. Crosses over to the left. Puts up a mid-range shot, and it's good. Evan Stone taken over in the fourth. Here's last possession for the Cobras. Legends absolutely have to have a stop. They just put up a shot, wasted a bunch of clock, and the Legends get their stop and call timeout. Now on the inbound, they go into Bumgarner. He nails the mid-range shot, and it's a 2-point game with less than 10 seconds to go. They fouled Dyson on the inbound, and he nails the first free throw and hits the second, so it's a 4-point game with 9 seconds to go. Legends throw up a 3, and it misses, so the Brooklyn Cobras will take this game at Atlanta. What a game. Evan Stone took over in the fourth quarter, and the Cobras come out on top. Okay, here we are checking out some box scores on the game. First from the Titans at Knights game. The Knights defeat the Titans by 6 points behind Ivan Heinsohn's double-double. He had 31 points, 15 boards, no blocks, but he hit 5 threes. Bohannon put on 21 as well, as Doug White put up 29 points. He also had 5 turnovers, 11 from 17 from the floor is not too bad. Manchangwana, or whatever the heck his name is, still don't really know, had 20 as well. Moving into the game you just saw, the Cobras come back and defeat the Legends. Reggie George collects 27 points, 24 boards, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Really good night for him. Marks had 23 as well, but that was about the only offense that they produced. As we see, Evan Stone dropped 47 points and was an assist away from a double-double, 3 steals and only 2 turnovers. Not too great from outside, but that's okay, as there's a Bajda, or whatever the heck his name is, that had 18 points and went off there in the third quarter for a little while. As the Bulldogs went to San Antonio and defeated the Brigade, as Woodward and Jones led the way for the Brigade, as they both had 18. Jones had that nice double-double with 13 boards and 3 steals. He was 9 for 14. That's good stuff. Jolly Harper led the way for the Bulldogs. He had 21 points, and then we see Chuck Armstrong had 18, and some nice numbers in the boards and assists column. As next we go Moose Enforcers, as the Enforcers defeat the Moose at home. Morris led the way with 24 points and 11 rebounds. Mostly McAfee, I don't know, 23 points for him. Will Trust had 11 points and 14 assists, so a double-double for him. Only shot 5 shots. I mean, he's got to get more shots up. Cy Gilbert had a really nice game, 32 points, 19 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals. Really good stuff from him. Vernon Farmer had a double-double as well with 17 points, 12 boards. Last game of the night, the Hilltoppers win again as they go to Oklahoma City and defeat the Bison. And Strawberry led the way with 25 points. So we see Towers had a double-double, and Lu Feng was down here with 11 points and 14 boards. He got a double-double. For the winning Hilltoppers, Parker Puff had 24, 8, and 9. Nothing new from him. Really good game. As that is all we've got for day 1. Here we are in day 2 action as we have the Huskies at home against the Flamingos. We see Owen Bradley getting a nice bucket off the rip as there's Antonov, who's left way too open in the mid-range. As the man that was guarding him, that Santos de Oliveira, was struggling all day as he left him there open for 3, and he hits it. How about this lob to Thornburn, who throws it down off the lob as there's Bradley getting 2 more points on the inside. We are close, very close here through the first quarter as there's Antonov, who has an easy mismatch against Bradley in the post. That's going to be all day. As we are later in the second quarter, another Antonov mismatch in the post against Bradley. He's got 2 more points. He was scoring at will in the first quarter. Here's Bradley in the mid-range. He's getting another bucket to fall. And looking like he'll finally be the scorer that we want him to be, as here he is again. Driving right as he's going up in the mid-range, looks like the floater layup, and he gets it to fall. As here's Stackhouse lobbing to Antonov. And look at the big man get up as he throws it down. As here he is again, more points, as he's got at least 8 that we've seen so far. As here's Jordan getting fouled on the inside, and he's going to get the and 1 off of the foul from Bradley as he hits the free throw and puts his team up 2. Now the Huskies, or the Flamingos, up 3. As here's Jordan again, he's going to hit the 3 as he's got 6 points, and they have a 14-5 run. Flamingos up 5 now. Here's Antonov being fouled on the break as he throws it down with 2 hands. 7-point lead for the Flamingos. Here's Bradley going at the hoop again. He's got another layup, and he puts it back down to 5. Still up to 7 as we are approaching the half. Bradley in the mid-range gets another one to fall. He puts it down to 5. As they now have the lead here early in the second half. But there's Antonov putting in a dunk. As here's Jordan throwing the lob to Antonov as he gets up and catches this one and puts it down. Still a 5-point game. Here's Raven, who just catches it, thinks about it, and then fires the 3 as he hits it and makes it a 2-point game. Here's Antonov. Whoa! Boomshay put him down on the flagrant foul, so they get the ball back and everything. As here's Antonov poking one away from Raven, and the big man's loose on the break. Look out below as Antonov throws it down with the left hand. 8-point lead now. Let's make it 11 as Antonov gets left open on the 3. As here's Boomshay blocking him, and then another man comes over to block him. As here come the Huskies maybe. 9-point game here with 6 minutes left to go in the fourth. There's Owen Bradley, hitting the 3. As here he is next possession. Hits another mid-range shot. It's a 4-point game. Flamingos now. Here's Strawberry. And look at this layup with 2 defenders draped all over him. 5-point game. Here's Boomshay off the glass. He gets it to fall. Now 3. Stackhouse throws it inside to Antonov, and he's got another slam as the big man. 5-point game now with 2 minutes to go as Bradley gets the block and goes right at Antonov on the break and gets fouled. As we will see some free throws. First one is good. Second one is good as Bradley hits both. Now a 3-point game. Here's Antonov in the post. He gets fouled by Boomshay. Some more free throws. First one is up and good for him. He's got 33, make it 34. 5-point game. Here's Raven, mid-range, missed it. Boomshay's got the board and he puts it in to make it a 3-point game with 1:25 to go. After the stop, here's the Huskies back the other way, and Bradley couldn't get it to fall, so we will shoot free throws. First one he misses. Second one he gets to fall. It's a 2-point game. As here's Stackhouse trying to throw the lob, and we see more good defense from the Huskies as they get 2 stops there. Antonov against Boomshay again. Look at him send it back. And it's going to be Bradley going the other way. Bradley crosses left, goes back the other way, puts Strawberry on some skates, but Strawberry gets a steal, tries to throw it in to Antonov, and it's stolen by Boomshay. And he puts it in. A horrible pass from Boomshay as the Flamingos call timeout. Now they're trying to get a game winner. Antonov is going to shoot with 8 seconds left, and it doesn't fall. Wardenberg's got the rebound. He's going to Justice. Justice the other way. They have a timeout. They're going to elect not to use it. 2 seconds left. He's got to put something up. He puts up a floater with the left, and it's good. It falls. We will see if it counts. We go to review. So here in Secaucus, New Jersey, let's see what they say at the replay center. Justice did a good job getting a little bit of space as Antonov just missed the block, and he definitely got it up in time. More than enough time to spare, as it will count, and the Toronto Huskies will get their 3rd win on the season off of the game winner from Justice, a player not too much heard of, and he gets it to fall as Antonov is not happy. He had a big game, and so did Owen Bradley, but in the end, the Huskies will come out on top. Here we are checking out some box scores on the day. The Goblins go to the Skyliners' house in New York and defeat them by 30. John Francis puts up 25 points, 19 rebounds, had 6 turnovers. That's a pretty decent game. The 6 turnovers could definitely go down. Quang had led the way for the Goblins. He had 28, only 1 turnover. Wade Cage had 23, 16 boards and 7 assists, and shot 9 of 11. Fisher had 22, and Abdulaziz had 21. Jameson had 18. They all scored for the Goblins today. Pretty easy win there. As the Wolfpack go to the Hustlers and lose yet again. They are 1-8. As Rob Duncan puts up 26 points, is what we like to see. 13 boards, only 1 turnover. Abdul Wahad had 24 as well, and Natchbar had 21. Really good games for the Hustlers. Alan Smith led the way for the Wolfpack with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. They just couldn't get it done. Thunderberg had 16 as well. As we go into the game we just saw, what a crazy one this was. As the Huskies pushed to 3-3 and the Flamingos fall to 4-4. Owen Bradley led the way with 37 points, 13 rebounds. I don't know how to say his name, but Boom Chi. Yep, not even close. Behind him with 17 points, 20 rebounds, and 10 blocks. That's a triple-double. Santos de Oliveira, yep, with a double-double down there as well. He only shot 3 times. We forgot to look at the Flamingos. Is Achille Antonov. Had 57 points. He played the full game. He had 27 rebounds, 3 blocks. Jordan had 18 points. Stackhouse had 14 assists. Achille only had 2 assists, which is not what we're used to seeing from him, but he did not turn the ball over a single time. As then we go into Pandas White Whales, as the White Whales got the home win against the Pandas behind Guerrero's 24 points. And then M. Boyd put up 21 as well, and Butterfield and Hefflinger, good lord, both had double-doubles. The Pandas, Midas, Kahn, and Newman led the way with 22 each. Kahn with 9 boards and 7 assists. Houston was down here with the double-double, but they could not pick up the win. And in the last game of the day, the Buzz defeat the Pioneers in Portland, as Hickson led the way with 21 points for the Pioneers. Pierce had 17 points and boards and 9 assists, so an assist away from a triple-double. They could not get the win, as DeAndre Johnson had 22 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, and a block, led the way for his team. Asta Popkovich had 17 behind him, and that concludes Day 2 box scores. Looking at the next day, we only had one game, which was Apollos at Blaze, as the Blaze absolutely manhandled the Apollos at home, as they pick up the 40-point W. B.J. Riley put up 36 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks. Really good game for him. Richmond had the double-double with assists and points, and Pittsnoggle had the one with rebounds and points. Really good game for the Blaze. Oakley had a rough game, so he only had 16 points and 11 rebounds. I guess that's not a terrible game, but he just needs some more points. But Brown led the way with 17, as that concludes Day 3 box scores. So now into our third game of the week. We have the New Orleans Pandas going to the Charlotte Cougars, as we see Akibono getting blocked here right off the bat in a 6-4 game. We're already midway through the first quarter, and there's Newman throwing down a 2-handed jam on the other end as the Pandas are up early. So there's a 3-ball from the Cougars, as that's going to fall. And here's Shang poking one out later in the first. So he's going to go all the way, and look at the big man get up. That's a lot of man to be flying through the air like that. As here come the Pandas, as that's not Newman. I don't know who that was getting the slam. As Shang's going to get blocked again here, but Carvaccio's right there to slam it up and in. As here's Carvaccio, and not all plays are highlights, as we see this 3, as Carvaccio looks like he's never shot the ball in his life. Looks like that Lakers player that just decided to throw it behind his head in that one play after he got blocked, as we see a 3-ball and then a slam from Majaba, as he gets another slam. As he gets 2 back-to-back slams there for the Pandas to put him back up by 1, as there's a deep 3. How about that fadeaway 3 from the Cougars? How about this pass from the inside to Ellington, as he gets a one-handed slam, no look behind the head. As here's 3 again. I don't remember who that is, but he is flying in. As here's M. Adams. He's going to shoot another 3. It's going to miss, but Akibono's right there, and he gets the and 1. As he gets fouled and makes his free throw to put his team up 1. They're still up 1. Here's the Pandas. How about that pass to Akibono, who gets blocked and then puts it in? As I don't know what Akibono was doing there, as he just decided to... The worst charge attempt I've ever seen. If he gets 2 more points on the inside easily here. Tie game now. Here's Kahn, as Akibono says no to this one. He comes over and gets the block and then throws it inside to Ming, who puts up the floater, and it is good. What a play there from the Cougars. As here's Hart on the break, as he's getting blocked by Kahn. They're going back the other way. And that's Alexander Walker, who's going to go in and get the floater up and over Akibono. So back and forth here. Here late in the second quarter. Kahn, lefty hook. Carvaccio had no chance. Now into the third. Cougars lead by 1. And now, the Pandas lead by 1, and now the Cougars do it. Akibono gets it to fall. Midas tried to put up a shot there, couldn't get it to fall. Second man couldn't get it either, but Kahn's there to get the putback on the third chance bucket. As here's, I don't remember, I think that's, yeah, Kabar Kappa, I couldn't remember how to say his name, as he goes in on some shifty moves and finally gets one to fall. And there's Midas Kahn getting another putback. 38-38. How about this play? Kahn has one thrown right to him. He's going to go out the hole. Snow and Akibono all over him. But he still slams it home, as he will hit his free throw. What an and 1 there from Midas Kahn. Here's Ming throwing it up to Shang, who says, Midas, whatever you can do, I can do better. As here's Shang getting a block, another throwing it out to Snow, as they're going to take the lead back on this ferocious jam from Snow. As here's Shang, nobody found him in transition, and get out of the way. Big man in the air. As here's another slam from the Cougars, as they are just slamming their way into a lead, as they lead by 8 on 4 straight slams. As how about Midas Khan's terrible step back here as he got blocked, and then the Alexander Walker has to put something up for the end of the quarter, but he misses. If you didn't see that play, go back and watch it because it was terrible, but Khan makes up for it here as he hits the fadeaway. Here's Carvacho on the inside again. The Cougars continue to slam it as we've got 3 minutes left in the fourth as Khan gets an easy one-hander here, and he gets blocked here, but it goes in as the Cougars call timeout. It's bound down to a 4-point game. Midas gets another steal right here. He's headed at the hole again. Snow on his tail. He's going to whip it out to Newman. He drives in and then hits the mid-range shot. It's a 2-point game. Under a minute to go. Here's the Cougars as the Pandas get a stop. Houston's got it. He goes out to, I don't know who that was, but it goes into Khan, who gets fouled. So Khan hits both free throws. We're in a 60-60 game. Shang finds Ming. Ming fires a three. Can't get it to fall. So here come the Pandas back the other way. They're going to run the clock out as they're going to take a last-second shot. It's Newman in the corner, and he gets it to fall. So the Cougars have to call timeout with 3.3 remaining. What a comeback from the Pandas. They were down 10 in this quarter. As here we see the Cougars just trying to get one last shot. It's Ming. It's from deep in the face of a man, and it won't fall. So yet another game-winning shot with under 5 seconds in this week. What a week of highlights this has been as we see the Pandas defeat the Cougars in Charlotte. So here we are checking out the box score in the game. The Pandas defeat the Cougars on that, well, it wasn't a last-second three by any means, but on that nice three. Akibanu Shang led the way for his team with 29 points, 20 boards, 7 blocks. What a game for him. Cambridge had a nice double-double as well, along with Carvacho. As we look at the Pandas now, Midas Khan with 38 points, 18 rebounds, 0 turnovers. Newman, is this him? Please be him. Yes, that's the man that hit the game-winning three. He had 24 points. Ellington tacked on 13 as well with 5 blocks. What a game for the Pandas. As the Hustlers win again, they defeat the Goblins by 37 at home. The Hustlers are on fire. Natchbar put up 26, Hamilton 25. As where's Duncan? Duncan had 9 points but 29 rebounds. Holy cow, we said he was a rebounder and got that one right. Jameson had 18 and led the way for the Goblins as no one broke 20. Cage and Whitney both with 14. So it was just a rough night overall for the Goblins as the Cobras win yet another game. They take down the Skyliners at home by 28 as they are looking like a top team in this league. As Dyson put up 34, Evan Stone with 21 and 13. They led the way as Bajza, what I can't remember how to say his name, had 16 as well. John Francis led the way for the Skyliners with 22 points and 12 rebounds. As Dam Brauskas had 18. Man, I really am struggling with names today, but that does it for this day's box scores. Jeez Louise. Into our fourth game of the week, we have the Cincinnati Bulldogs hosting the Portland Pioneers. As we see Massenberg get a block here, and then it's going to get whipped out to Chuck Armstrong, who hits the mid-range J. Just kidding, Massenberg there to put it back. Massenberg with the block and the slam. Here's R.J. Miller going to Spears. Look at Spears nailed a deep three to start the game for the Pioneers. What a start there as he gets a tip in here as he's got 5 early for the Pioneers. And look at this move from Chuck Armstrong as he hits that behind-the-back dribble and then nailed the mid-range shot. As his team's down 1, makes that up 1 on the mid-range shot from Chuck Armstrong. Here he is again, finding a man in the corner, and he will hit the 3. Nice play there from the Bulldogs. As here's the Pioneers going inside to Shaw as he gets a nice two-handed slam. They're down 2 now. As here's Massenberg getting wide open on the inside as he's got another two-handed slam. Too easy for him. As here's R.J. Miller getting wide open at the 3-point line, and he's going to hit the 3. As the Pioneers have been living and dying by the 3 all season as we see Chuck get another midi. Pioneers with another shot, no good, but Young Man's got the board and the monstrous flush afterward. As here's Miller, pump fake, little stutter step between the legs, step back, got it. R.J. Miller, a little bit of style there. As here's Armstrong, as he shakes R.J., somehow gets into the lane, puts R.J. on the deck, and puts it in. And 1 from Chuck Armstrong. He's looked good here so far as he hits the free throw. Now a little more than midway through the second quarter. How about this block from Trent Beretta, who sends the little man into the crowd. And here's the Pioneers back on O. R.J. Miller, deep step back. He got it. Green light, no doubt about it. 30-31. Here's Spears. He gets the green as well from the top of the key. as they are nailing threes here in the second quarter. Here's Van Exel for Jolly Harper. He's going to respond with a three of his own as they are trading threes here in this game. A lot of good shooters in this game, and it's showing us. How about that block from Denzel Spears? He puts a man off the rim as there's Chuck in the mid-range doing a step back, and Beretta's there to put it in after the miss from Armstrong. As Miller almost lost it here, but he gets it away to Cunningham, and Cunningham nails the three. Several Pioneers players hitting threes here. So here's Trent Beretta finding a lane, and he goes in and slams it hard with both hands. Hits a 6-point lead. Armstrong at the rim. Couldn't get it to fall, but he gets his own board, and he puts it in on the second chance effort. Now a 12-point game, and the Pioneers go inside to Zelli, who puts it in. And one for Spears as he nails the free throw, and it's a 9-point game. Early in this fourth quarter, still a 9-point game as Spears gets another one to fall. Now down to 7. They whip it out to Spears. Spears is going to hit the three, and it's a 4-point game. Jolly Harper on the other end. He's going to go, and Spears is denying him. What a start to the fourth quarter here from Spears. And here's Chuck Armstrong getting fouled on the inside on the break as he gets one to fall. As it is still a 4-point game with 3 minutes to go. Massenberg on the inside gets fouled. And one for Massenberg. He's been all over it today as he nails the free throw. We're back up to a 6-point lead for the Bulldogs. It's their ball as well. Van Exel couldn't get it to fall in the mid-range, but Beretta's got it. And here's Cunningham. They're trying to need something, and he's going to turn it over with a minute to go as they're down 8, now 9. After some Jolly Harper free throws, here's Massenberg. That might be the dagger. They're up 11, and that will be the final score as the Bulldogs defend home court here against the 3-point barrage of the Pioneers, but it was their big men in the end that got the work done. So here we are checking out some box scores on the day. Had quite a few games today. The Bulldogs just picked up the win against the Pioneers. That's the game you just saw. Beretta led the way with 27 and 17, 12 for 14 from the floor. A really good game for him. Jolly Harper had 25, and then Armstrong and Massenberg both had 22 as Massenberg had that nice double-double with 19 rebounds. He was 10 for 12. Really good shooting there for him as well. For the Pioneers, R.J. Miller put up 28, 5 for 7 from outside. Denzel Spears put up 27. He was 5 for 10 from outside. Really good games from both of them. 5 blocks for Denzel, which is always nice. And then Cunningham had 22 as well. Looking at the next game, the Titans beat the Skyliners in New York as the Skyliners cannot figure out how to win. Sean Francis had another 25-point game with 12 rebounds. Dambrauskas had 22, and then Davis had 17, and that was pretty much it for the Skyliners. As Moncrief led the way for the Titans with 25 points, and then Doug White had 22 points and rebounds on a really nice night from him as they collect the win. The Brigade take down the Apollos at home as it was a really close game, a 1-point win for the Brigade. Maravich led the way for the Brigade as he had 22 points. As DeJuan Jones had 17 points, 9 boards, Baldwin with 19 as well. We go to the Apollos as Hayden Oakley had 31, 14, and 5 with 2 steals and 2 blocks, but they could not get it done as Brown had 18 and Hart had 17. Going into Buzz Blaze, the Blaze won another game by a really big margin as they defeat the Buzz at home behind B.J. Riley's 32 points and 11 rebounds and 8 assists. He did it all for them tonight as they had a lot of guys in double digits, but B.J. Riley was definitely the driving force. As DeAndre Johnson was the same thing for his team. He had 35, 7, 5, and then 3 steals and 2 blocks on 11 for 17. Really good game for him. As Astapkovic, had 18 points and literally nothing else. And then Willingham had a double-double as well, but they lost still by 30. As the Enforcers go to Memphis and beat the Knights by 20. The Knights were looking really good here as of late, but then they take this hard loss at home. That hurts the morale. As Bohannon had 21 points, and Heinsohn had a double-double with 17 points and 12 rebounds, but 6 turnovers for the big man. As Mosley McAfee, I keep thinking that's like Pat McAfee, but I don't know if it is or not. Whatever, 27 points for him, 23 and 13 for Morris, and then 21 and 12 assists for Will Trust, as they all did really well shooting-wise. But I mean, if I'm Will Trust and I've got 9 shots and 7 makes, I'm probably going to shoot the ball a little bit more, as O.J. Hawkins had a double-double down there as well. As we go into the last game on the night, the Flamingos in White Whales. So the White Whales pick up another win. They defeat the Flamingos at home behind Mason Boyd's 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Really good game from him. Hit a lot of free throws. Guerrero had 18 as well. And then Hefflinger had 11 and 11 down here at the bottom, but he was 2 for 15. Holy cow. As Antonov absolutely torching the league still, as he had 31 points, 22 rebounds, 19 assists,
but they take their second L on the week, as Strawberry is down here with a double-double as well. And then there were no games for the 14th, I think, as we head.
Here we are on our last game of the night as the New York Skyliners visit the Baltimore Huskies. As we have a big-time big man duo between big-time big man matchup between John Francis and Rob Duncan, as we see Natchbar hit a 3 right here at the beginning of the game. As it is just 2-9, 2 minutes and 30 seconds into this game, as there's Duncan getting a nice second chance point, as here he is getting another board of his own. Nice pump fakes from him, as it is now 4-13 almost at the end of the first quarter. Here's Rob Duncan getting more second chance points as we go to the Skyliners, as that is just their 6th point of the quarter, as we see Duncan here at the end of the quarter going up, and John Francis says no as they throw up a half-court heave. But just 6 points for the Skyliners through one quarter, as it has been a defensive battle so far, as I have no idea how that pass got through, as John Francis finds an easy slam. As here's Sharp, out here's some free throws, couldn't get it to fall, as John Francis knocks defenders off of him and puts it in. He's trying to will his team back into this game, as there's Dambrowskis putting in a nice putback. Rob Duncan again inside against John, as John Francis says no, as he swats that one out of bounds hard. His team now down 8. As there's a man trying to drive, goes up and gets it to fall. I have no idea who that is. That's Sharp. Whoops, my bad, as he puts in the free throw. That is a 5-point game. So you're right before the half, Rob Duncan throws in this crazy shot to put his team up 7. Into the third quarter, here's Natchbar going at the hoop and putting down a right-handed jam. As here he is again, a couple possessions later, throwing it down as his team's now up 15. As here's John Francis getting a nice and one, but he did not hit the free throw after that second chance point. Here they are finding Duncan, as this pass somehow didn't get stolen. And it is a big-time alley-oop slam for Rob Duncan. As here's John Francis. As soon as he gets it, goes right up and easily scores at the 17, now 18-point game. As here's John Francis getting more put-back points as he grabs these second chance points all day. 17-point game. As look at Abdul Wahad putting John Francis on a poster. I never thought I'd see the day that somebody dunked on the 7'7" man, but somebody did it today. And of course he missed his free throw though. As here's a nice I don't know, courtesy slam that the Hustlers allowed as they're manhandling the Skyliners here, as we just see more and more dunks. There was a ton of fouling in this game and not a whole lot of offense, but you will see later on in the box score that was like one of 3 threes hit in the entire game. The Hustlers easily defeat the Skyliners. The score was a lot better than what the game turned out to be. But yeah, nice little highlight reel of this very defensive battle in our last game of the week.
So that will do it for Week 8 highlights. As we conclude our last game, it was a little bit of defensive battle, which, I'm not too much of a fan of, but whatever. As we see that the White Whales go to the Sharks, the San Diego Sharks, that's what it is, and they get the win by 16. There's Giovanni Tatum led the way for the Sharks as he had 18, and Pope is down here with his nice 11 points, but 4 for 15, not too great. And Boyd led the way for the White Whales with 19 points, 13 awards, a nice double-double, and then Guerrero had 18 to go along with Boyd's points. The Pioneers bounce back after their loss to the Bulldogs and take a win against the Legends by 1 in Atlanta, as Marks led the way for the Legends with 22 points, and Taylor had a nice double-double along with George with his 15 and 19 boards. As we forgot to look at the Pioneers. Denzel Spears led the way for the Pioneers with 20 points and 17 boards, 5 blocks as well, and 6 assists. He's a really good defensive guard, or forward, or small forward, and kind of in the middle. And we see Douglas had 19 points to go along with his. And then we go to Cobras Knights. The Knights, who will take another L by 13 as the Cobras continue their hot streak. Heinsohn led the way for the Knights with 30 points, 9 rebounds, 3 blocks, and no turnovers, as Bohannon had 21 and Baxter had 19. Evan Stone, of course, still absolutely torching it for the Cobras. He had 28 points, 8 rebounds, 14 assists, and 1 block. Bosch and Dyson both had above 20 as well, as Dyson had nice 8 rebounds, 8 assists. As we go to the next game, the Brigade lose to the Pandas in New Orleans, as Newman put up 24 for the Pandas, and Kahn just had 8, but he had a double-double with rebounds and assists. Maybe you can get another bucket next time and get that nice double-double, as Elliott led the way for the Brigade with 16 points, and Jones had 12 for himself. Going to the game we just saw, like I said, a big-time defensive battle. I'm sure you know from the highlights that we showed, as Natchbar put up 23 and led the way for the Hustlers. Rob Duncan had 18 points, 27 rebounds, and Abdul Wahad also had a double-double with 16 points and 12 boards. John Francis actually did really well with 33 points, 31 boards. He scored almost half of the team's total points, 9 blocks as well, so just one away from a triple-double, as there was only one other guy with above 10 points on the whole team, as the Skyliners shot a whopping 29% from the floor, and the Hustlers shot 12% from the three-point line. So before I leave you, we will go into the season awards. As we see, Achille Antonov wins Player of the Week for the East this week, and Cy Gilbert wins Player of the Week for the West. So that will conclude Week 8 highlights. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more BSGL, and I will see all of you guys in the next video.